re-interviewed, re-repertorized the case. Still it was that himself. So I thought it's my fixity. So I said, let me take Thuja 1M. So I took 1 dose of Thuja myself, 1M. Reworked out the case. The case was still Natrum self. I said something wrong with me. So I told one of my assistants, I said, you interview the case now. I'm not going to be present. He worked out the case again, but still no clue. And as we know, we call them relatives, we call friends, just so that something could be missed out. Now there was something very interesting. You know, the interview, that case record became so thick and big with all psychological testing, this testing, pulmonary function testing, all the investigation. And it was in the form of a booklet. Just give me a booklet. Doesn't matter, just give it like this. So it was such a thick booklet, and I was reading the booklet like this. Okay? And the parents were sitting opposite me. I was taking the history. And I noticed some movement. Just come. Okay? You will do this, I'll do this, and you will say no. Okay? Come. We are going to model you. Turn this way. Okay? No. You don't have to say. You know, this. This moment. So, the father of this particular, she was about 32 years old. Father of this particular girl was sitting in front of me, and father did this, and what did mother do? Do it? Don't do it. So I did this, the father was doing this, mother was doing this. Sit down, please. Thank you. So I pretended as if I had not seen this moment. You know how many hours we must have spent, hours and hours and hours just doing this. I got very angry and I threw the case record. I said, get lost. I told the parents, I said, go away. I don't want to treat your daughter. I said, I don't want to even see her anymore. They went and sat outside. I told them, I said, I'm not going to treat, just go, get lost. So they sat outside. They did not go away, but they were sitting outside. So then I started seeing other patients. When all my follow-ups were over, they came in again. I said, I told you, I don't want to treat your daughter. It's a final decision. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to discuss anything. They said, no, I want to talk to you for 2 minutes. I said, okay, sit down, talk to me. So they sat down and something very interesting came up. They said, why you are saying that you are not going to treat her? I said, I must have spent not less than 200 to 300 hours on your patient, on your child, and you think that I am a fool? He said, no, we have told you everything and this and blah blah and stories, you know. I said, I saw this movement. I said, we are homeopaths. We observe everything the minute you enter till you leave. So it's not something that you are going to hide. And I said, you knew something which you are not communicating. And if you are not going to communicate, how will I treat your daughter? And then came the true story. This particular mother already had 6 to 7 daughters. And they belong to a community which is known as Sindhi community, where lot of dowry is to be given. Lot of dowry has to be given to every child who gets married. So there was a major issue. Now what to do? When she got pregnant, because they wanted a male child, When she got pregnant, everybody said, now this time it must be male child. She also tried number of times. Now this is the history. In those days, there were no legalized abortions. So she tried some herbals and some different types of puddies and this and that to produce abortion. But abortion did not happen. She continued with the pregnancy. When the child was delivered, something amazing. Again a baby girl. Nobody came to see her for 4 to 5 days in the hospital. And the mother would cry and cry and cry. And then the remedy was clear. We changed it from natrum sulph to magnesium sulph. And magnesium sulph produced such a beautiful result. Just within few days, the asthma totally disappeared. The patient is absolutely normal even till date. No symptoms, no complications, no problem. So, just imagine a very small part of the history, if it's hidden. Like I told you in Baraita, delayed milestone, one thing, it's the key symptom. Come what may be the condition, close your eyes and give it, it has to work. It could be diabetes, it could be blood pressure, it could be asthma, it could be sinusitis, it could be autism. Disease doesn't matter. Same way, rejection right from childhood is magnesium. Magnesium is a remedy of orphanage. I call it as a remedy of Cinderella. You know, what is the story of Cinderella? They have too much of imagination. You know, pumpkin turns into a chariot, the mice turn into a horse. They have too much of imagination because they have been deprived of so many things right from childhood. They go into the world of imagination. And that is why the most important thing about magnesium is rejection. Rejection right from conception. You can never ever miss the remedy. And there are 3 points which are along with that symptom. You have to, 3-legged stool. Stool cannot stand unless it will have minimum 3 legs. So same way, if you want to prescribe, you must have 3 keynotes. And what are the 3 checking keynotes for magnesium group? One is menses staining. Menses, they leave the stain on the clothes. Second is perspiration staining, or rather you can generalize it to discharge staining. Second is acne leaving scar, any pimple leaving scar, it is magnesium. And third is constipation. They have so hard stool that even for 2, 3, 4 days they do not pass stool. That is magnesium. Okay, so if you get a child who is rejected with these 3 symptoms, I can tell you that your practice will change. Okay, so that is magnesium.
That's one of the pregnancies.
Yeah, that is one of the thing. Rape.
Yeah.
Children after rape, children of love failure, children who are rejected. Okay, these are typical magnesium. Hypericum is another remedy which comes which has got aggravation in cloudy weather. Now we have few hot remedies which we should not miss. Merc IF, you should not miss this remedy. It's a hot remedy like lachesis which desires and better by cold drinks. Like medorinum, like lachesis, like Merc IF. These are 3 remedies which are hot remedies, better by cold. And Merc IF is a right-sided remedy where you will see congestion